Hey, what's going on, you guys? I'm Mike.
And I'm Stephanie.
And we're the Traveling Cookies. We're actually going to be showing you the Harry Potter store in New York City. It was pretty cool. We got a lot of stuff to show you, our likes or dislikes, opinions on the store. We definitely want to hear what you guys think, if you've been there before or not. Let us know in the comments. I'm going to turn it over to Steph.
Before we get started, I wanted to make like a cocktail to have. It was recently my birthday, so my sister got me the Harry Potter cocktail book.
I don't think we should make it just like the Muggle way. I figured we would do it some sort of like Harry Potter finesse.
Pretty good.
So which one is this called again?
This is the Lumos cocktail. What's in this is rum, lime juice, and simple syrup.
Salud.
Oh.
I don't know if it's like the lime juice or...
I just think it's because there's not really like much mix. It's like straight rum with lime juice in it pretty much.
I think it tastes more of like a watered down like tequila. I think the perfect way to describe it. Like take like a little cup of Patron,
kinda.
Put like mad ice cubes in it, and then let it sit for like an hour, and then that's what it tastes like.
If you guys would like to see any more of the cocktails, I think this would be a cool thing to do. Let us know. We can look through and try to pick one that goes with what we're talking about. So it's perfect since we're doing the Harry Potter store today.
To set some expectations about going to the Harry Potter store, we were hearing a lot of things and reading a lot of things online about getting into the store. The whole process of making sure that you're going to be able to get your foot in the front door.
They put a QR code out at 7 a.m., but the store doesn't open until 10 a.m. People have been getting there and getting online. We got there at 6:30. There was already a line. We ended up being number 37. We were still in the store at 10 a.m. However, if you get there at 10 a.m., we've heard friends of ours that have done that and they haven't gotten in the store until 3 or 4 p.m. You may be waiting all day to get in or not get in at all. After you scan the QR code, they'll send you a text message. You have to put your phone number in. It will prompt you to do that. And the text message will tell you that you're in line. You'll also get a text message to tell you when to come back and how long you have until you get into the store. There's a link that you can click on. That's the link that you have to show the person standing at the door when you come back in order to get in.
This is a store that's Harry Potter related in the tri-state area. Other than that, like you're gonna have to go to Universal in Florida or California. I get like the hype and everything. I just hate, you gotta plan a whole day. You get there at 7 to scan the little QR code and then you got 3 hours to kill until 10, and hopefully you're going to be one of the first people in. 6:25 in the morning, there was a lot of people there. You got to make sure you get there early. Make sure you have the app downloaded. We'll put the name of the app in the description below, just so you have everything ready if you're planning on making your trip to the store.
We were looking for places to go out to breakfast, like diners or other areas, and because I guess like the state that the city's in right now, a lot of places aren't open.
Walking into the store, I would say it was pretty breathtaking.
Yeah, for sure.
The theming in itself, they knocked it out of the park.
I would call it an experience.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a store, but they have things that make it an experience.
Yeah, I would agree. What's cool is like as soon as you walk in, you're literally introduced to Fox, which from what I've been seeing is like a handmade piece and very detailed. It's really beautiful. How they just blended like those colors together, like it's intense. So you've got to make sure that you're looking everywhere.
If you walk around the rooms and you look up towards the ceiling, in between they have different items that go with Harry Potter, like different Horcruxes.
In the house room, they had a Quidditch match, like painted on the ceiling, but what was cool is it has the skyline of Manhattan all around it, so it's like they're playing in like the middle of the city.
Also in the house room, if you listen, you can hear the snitch flying above you. They have different touches like that that make it, not just a store.
Like there's just so much stuff that you're kind of like overwhelmed on like what to do first. So if you're the type of Harry Potter fan who's all about their house, As soon as you walk in to the right, they have the house room where they have your house sweatshirts, house notebooks, coffee mugs, like literally
stationery.
Yeah, like stationery. And the one cool thing that Steph actually pointed out was they had a Hogwarts house trunk. It's a trunk that has a Harry Potter logo on it, or the Hogwarts logo on the front. It's like a big wooden box, and it's stuffed with all house-related items, like accessories. For example, like hats. They had a house wand.
And your own Hogwarts letter that comes in it
Yeah.
that's personalized, which it's like the best part of it, in my opinion.
We're still waiting.
I did want to mention that the first room you walk in is all of the New York merchandise. So if you wanted anything specifically with the logo from the New York store, that's going to be right in the first room. They have that again on mugs and stationery, sweatshirts, and all the things that you would expect.
It's a lot. You definitely got to make sure that you budget yourself. You walk into one room, you see so much stuff, you're like, I got to get everything. And you go into the next room and you're just like, I didn't even break the cusp of what I was coming to do today. As soon as you walk in, they have a representative actually handing you these little tote bags, so you're not carrying everything all in your hands. It makes it easier for you to navigate through the crowd. As Steph mentioned, you get all of your New York Harry Potter exclusive merchandise right at the beginning of the store as soon as you walk in. If you guys ever seen The Cursed Child or haven't been able to go, they actually do have the Cursed Child merchandise available for you to purchase at the store.
Once you leave the house room, that will take you to the main atrium. But if you don't go right into the house room and you continue straight from the New York room, that's where your wand section is, where they sell house wands and character wands. The house wands are specific to the New York store, so you can only purchase them there. They also have a golden snitch wand, which is like the main one, I think.
Yeah, it's like a limited edition that they came out with for like the release of the store.
Yeah, I think that was sold out when we were there.
Yeah, I didn't see it. Yeah.
And in that wand section, they also have an area where you can hold on to different wands and have, like, it pops up to tell you stuff about the characters and have them battle as well. So that's an interactive spot there in the store.
Yeah, like each person, like let's say like me and Steph go, you stand on one side, will list whose wand it is, and if you both touch it at the same time, it does like an animation in like the center of the machine, whatever you want to call it. And each one does like different like scenarios that play out. One thing to point out though is that if you're looking to purchase a wand and use it at any of the Universal parks, these are not interactive wands.
Aww.
So you're not going to be able to use it there. They're more of a collections item, something to put on your bookshelf. So I just want to let you guys know that so you're not disappointed when you get there.
How cool would it have been if they put interactive wand spots in the store? They have another game that we'll discuss later in the video. That would have been really cool if they put wand spots in the store that you could have purchased and then been able to do your own little magic in there.
I'm sure they probably thought about it. It's a big store, but when you have so many people, it gets tight in there. So I could see why they didn't do it.
What if they put little sensors like outside?
That would be cool. That would be really cool.
You know what they did add outside that we haven't touched on yet? It's not open, but next to the Butterbeer room, there is a window there that if you're walking out on the street and you want to get Butterbeer, you can order one from the window. That's one of the coolest things I think they did, because you don't have to go through the store then. We didn't see it working, and we haven't heard anything about it being open yet.
No, you could tell it's like a big cutout in like the window. It literally looks like a serving window right out onto the street.
No, that's awesome that you could just
walk right up, grab it.
Yeah.
We're excited to see that open. Let's just talk about standing in the center of the store. You get to see the Griffin statue that's right outside Dumbledore's office. Seeing videos online, pictures online. It's really breathtaking on how big it is. Like, it's massive. They have it just spinning slowly. No matter what angle or direction you are in the store, you just see this massive piece.
That's like Dumbledore's office entrance, so to see that is just amazing.
If you kind of get like turned around or not really sure like where to go, be on the lookout. They have a giant Deathly Hallows wand that's actually a sign, and it kind of points what section of each store is. If you're not really sure, or if like you lose your like sense of direction, just look for, it's literally right next to the statue.
If you continue through the wand section, there is a little store there. We didn't really like venture in that store much, but I think it might be like a mixture of like everything that's in the store.
They do have their own like candy section, which is a miniature version of Honeydukes. So you can get your chocolate frogs, you can get your
Tongue toffee.
the jelly beans.
That's also right by Dumbledore's atrium. So that's what Dumbledore's atrium. That's the name of it now.
Yeah, so you can grab all that stuff there.
And they sell butterbeer in Honeydukes. That's in.
It's like a 4-pack.
Yeah, you can get a 4-pack to take home, and then you can also get a glass jar because the souvenir cups that you buy butterbeer in is plastic. So you can get like a glass jar. Jesus. A glass mug.
The glass jar mug. Well, we know the material, folks. We'll put a picture for you guys. They have a life-size version of Hagrid, and you could stand next to it to see where you would come up on him. I think Steph like just made like his belt line.
Yeah.
No, but they have his boots right in front that you could kind of like walk around and like step in, just to see like the comparison of what his foot is compared to yours. So there's a line for that.
If you walk out of the house room to the right, that's going to be where Hagrid is, and it's right in front of the part of the store that is kind of like where you could buy your magical creatures, like your stuffed magical creatures.
They have like a whole herbology section set up, and they have Aragog spiders hanging from the ceiling. They have the mandrakes.
They have things from Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah, like the Nifflers. I'm not as invested in Fantastic Beasts as I am Harry Potter. Don't get me wrong, I do like the movies. I haven't read the books or anything like that, so I have to give it a time of day, but forgive me, I only know the Niffler that's like the most popular.
And the Bowtruckles in the train.
Oh, the Bowtruckle, yeah, you're right.
The Bowtruckle's like his best friend.
Yeah, that's true. Speaking of Bowtruckles, when you're in that little section of the store where you can see all of like the magical creatures, it looks like a fake tree set up. And they have these little circles with Harry Potter glasses that say take a peek. And when you look inside, they have little Bowtruckles. I thought that was just such like a cool touch.
I didn't realize that they were in Harry Potter glasses.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're little Harry
beautiful.
Potter glasses, and you just look right in.
Oh.
One's just kind of just sitting, like, and it just looks like a glass bowl, you know, nothing really around it. But the second one underneath it, that one looks like he's in the middle of Central Park. You see all of the buildings around it.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so really nice touch. So good job to the designers. So thumbs up.
If you come out of magical creatures and you continue around the atrium, that's where you would get to Honeydukes. Right before you walk into Honeydukes, there is a section for the Harry Potter dress barn items. And then on the other side of the doorway is the Loungefly items where you could buy like wallets, backpacks, and things like that. So they really covered everything that you could buy.
When you first walk into the store, you're technically on ground level.
Yeah.
And I was under the impression that it goes upstairs, but it actually goes down.
Yeah.
So one thing that I think you didn't touch on was that when you're on the upstairs floor, they actually have that whole like infant section.
That's the upstairs floor?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's by Hagrid.
Yeah, like they have this huge like selection for like infant clothes, like onesies, these like really cool like outfits. Now going down.
Wait, now you forgot something.
What did I
see?
forget?
There's so much.
There's a lot. There's a lot. If you want to see a whole walkthrough, we actually just did strictly a POV of the entire store. I'll put that video below, but definitely check it out. Right
near the infant section, the kids, toddlers, is the red call box, the phone booth for the Ministry of Magic. But this one in the store, you can't call the Ministry of Magic. So going back to Universal, because again, we love Universal. That one you can actually dial magic and reach the Ministry. This one is a great photo opportunity. And right near there is also where the Flu Network is, which is where the elevator is that you can take. So the stairs are awesome. We'll touch on the beautiful part of taking the stairs. But the elevator is the Flu Network. So when you walk into it, it looks like you walk into the fireplace. That's what they have on the outside visually. And then you walk into the Flu Network and that transports you down to the lower floor.
Either one, they both give you a different experience. Walking down the stairs, you're going to notice that they have quotes engraved into like the stonework that they have underneath the statue of the griffin.
When you get to the bottom, that wraps around the stairs is Hogwarts trunks. So that's a nice part of the decor that they have. All right, so now we're downstairs. Right in front of you is a huge time turner. And I don't know what the woman there was doing.
They have a jewelry section. You can get like the Alex and Ani bracelet, just like really expensive pieces of jewelry. Like
some expensive, not so expensive.
Yeah.
But, you know. So right when you walk down is the jewelry section. Behind them are statues, which I know you love. Yeah. So you went in and you recorded some of the statues that they have on display.
Here's the thing about statues. Like, I like them. They're really cool. They just take up a lot of space. The ones that you guys are seeing right now, they're more of like a bookshelf type decoration. And I would love to have, you know, I tell Steph all the time, we have like a house, like a bigger house, I should say. I want to have like just one section and just have it all like statues, collectibles, like kind of make it look like, you know, walk into the Hall of Justice.
I don't even know what that is. That's so bad.
And they have like a replica of the chessboard too.
Oh yeah, see, I'm down for that.
$400. I don't know if it like moved on its own. I didn't see it moving, but it looked like marble pieces.
You're free to check the king. When I make my move.
Stop it, Ron! Stop! Wait! We're still playing!
I can't. Not me! Not Hermione! Yo! Like one of the best parts of all the movies. I'm crying. Oh, God. Alright, so...
we kind of got off track.
You come down the stairs, you see this beautiful time turner. And she has jewelry. If you look to the right, that's where Mina and Lima is. And the virtual reality.
They called it Take Flight. I thought it was closed. I found out afterwards that it wasn't.
They were letting people in upstairs. When you were let into the store, there was a separate line for the virtual reality. It looked from like our side of the store, it looked closed. So I guess they were letting people in the other way. But there's two different experiences that you can do with that. We didn't do that. It's the virtual reality to the right. And then also you have Mina Lima, which is like all the designs for everything that you've seen in the movies.
Just like a brief history, these two creators, Mina and Lima, since 2001, they were in charge of pretty much all like the graphic design of the Harry Potter movies.
Should I get what I got from there?
Yeah, go grab it.
Alright, so I grabbed like a couple of things that I can show them. So I went and got, this is what we bought. Ooh, look, actually it looks pretty cool. So you can see that I like wish I got undesirable number 1 now, man. I think this was like $5. And it's meant to be like a card that you can give to people, but
I think she had a really cool idea. Instead of just giving it to somebody as like a postcard, you could see for yourself the quality of it. She had an idea of going to like a dollar store, getting a frame, and you know, putting it as like some sort of decoration in the house.
They also have numbered artwork. So if you want number 236 out of 500, that you can get it from there, because the only other stores in the UK. It's awesome that we have this here now.
What you could get from them as well, they have cushion covers of certain artworks. So you can buy pillow covers to have on your couch. Things like that. I watched one video online. It took them an hour just to get into that one section.
They had suggested to go right there. We didn't really need to do that, but when we did go in, it was like packed.
It looks like its own little storefront when you're standing right outside. They have like little display cases of what they've done since the beginning. Not like they relaunched the books.
Yeah.
I think they have 2 book designs that they created so far that you can buy.
Yeah, I want to get them.
Are you getting low already? Oh,
yeah.
You're empty already. Here, I got you. Ready?
Thanks.
There we are.
Thank you, love.
Well, that was easy. It was so easy.
Let me try it. Oh, this is better than the first time.
Oh.
All right, you're perfecting it.
We have one thing to show you at the end of the video. There's a prize that you can win. So if you look right here, this is the diadem for Ravenclaw.
It is a screen used prop. All of these that are around that the game is involved in are screen used props.
Now, next to these screen used props, they have these keys. Now, remember that app that I told you to download at the beginning of the video? You're actually going to use this app. You're going to scan these keys, and you have to go around the entire store looking for these little props that were in the movie, scan the keys, and it gives you a letter. And you have to figure out what the word is. And as you go to check out, they give you a prize. After you check out all of the Mina and Lima section of the store, you're taken back by this huge book archway.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh my god. I want this in our house. Can we get this?
Yeah, I mean,
Please?
sure. Mm-hmm.
You walk right through. Now you're in like a library section of the store. They have every single Harry Potter book. So if you guys haven't read the books and you were thinking about it, you could buy the entire set right in this section. And looking at the ceiling, this was my favorite part of the store, I think. All the books just hanging on the ceiling. Like, they look like they're just floating.
I might have to agree with you. I think the book section was my favorite part of the store as well.
Yeah.
If we're picking favorites, it's very close between the middle of the store for Dumbledore's office and also Honeydukes. But the books, it's beautiful how they did it.
There's nothing like having like a nice book. Like just holding that book, flipping through, like just burning through the pages because you're just so caught up in the story. I'm telling you, it's a good read. You could get like every single book, hardcover, softcover. They even have the illustrated versions.
Oh, yeah.
That you can buy. I think they only have up to 3.
4.
Or 4. 5th one's not going to come out. I don't know if there's even like a release date yet, but you can get up to 4 beautifully drawn. I'm really excited to see how that 5th one's going to be.
Also, the bathroom is right by the books. I looked for Moaning Myrtle in the bathroom. She wasn't there. So, if you were interested in seeing if they added something like that that's in Hogsmeade in Universal, there's no Moaning Myrtle.
And last but not least is... Oh no, actually no. We have 2 more things to cover.
What do you...
I don't even know what I'm doing right now. Next to the book section, it's the dark art section. They have it set up where it looks like you're in the Ministry of Magic. They have this huge Nagini hanging
really
off
cool.
the ceiling. It's like a bronze statue of Nagini, and you can see her body's coming from the ceiling, and then the other half is like wrapping around like the wall, right where you would come out of like the Flu Network or the elevator. And if you could time it right, you can actually hear her speaking parcel tongue.
They also have the masks.
Here you can get the Harry Potter Most Wanted like t-shirt posters that you see. You can get it as a shirt.
They have ornaments, Christmas ornaments in that section too.
Yeah, it's all like dark arts related like designs.
And then the final area is things that must be named. Robes, wands, your Hogwarts house letter, and you can have all of these items personalized. We didn't end up doing that, but I know that you have to bring it to them and then they'll give you a time to come back or let you know when to come back to pick up your items. If you want your Hogwarts letter, if you want a wand with your name in it, and we'll show you a list here of all the different things that they will personalize and then show you the character amount that is allotted for each thing.
Next time we go, I think I would get something embroidered.
I'm so upset I didn't get the Hogwarts letter.
Yeah.
We were online to leave. We separated a little bit. Then we met up, left the store together, and when we were standing online, he's like, "Did you see everything?" And it's like, no. It was really hard to get to notice everything in the store. It got hacked.
Initially, when we were going in, they said that they were going to have 200 people in the store at a time. They say give yourself like an hour or two. You don't want to be in there all day when there's other people trying to get in. At one point, the next thing you know, the entire store is just mobbed. So you kind of get that overwhelmed feeling.
Within, I don't know, a half hour of us being in there, you almost couldn't walk anywhere.
Yeah. Like there were lines to scan the keys to try to win the prize.
Yeah, and the keys are movie props. So any Harry Potter fan that comes into the store is going to want to look at these props. Like that's special. When we went to go check out, it was wrapped completely like around where the stairs were. Another fact about this is they have the Butterbeer Bar on your way out.
You can access it either as you're going through the checkout, or let's just say you walk into the store and you walk completely straight. There's another entrance for you to access the Butterbeer Bar. They
have it so you go through the checkout first, and then you go through the Butterbeer Bar. The Butterbeer, they obviously don't want it to be taken anywhere in the store, which I can completely understand. It seems like a lot of people want to get the Butterbeer and like the treats they offer and stay there. But that room almost feels like it's not big enough for people to just kind of like chill in.
You don't have like a spot to sit. You just have a wall that has a shelf for you to just lean up on. It gets cramped in there. They do have this one section where I think is a nice touch. When you buy a Butterbeer, they give you a plastic souvenir cup. After you drink it, it still has leftover residue. So they have a little section where you can go and push down on the sink and it just shoots all the water up so it cleans it out.
It is really cool that they offer that. We just want you to be prepared when you go. That's why we want to tell you the positives and the negatives about the store. Obviously, most of it's positive because let's be serious, it's the Harry Potter store in New York. But everything comes with positives and negatives. One of the things for us, I think, would be how fast they let people into the store to where you couldn't really see everything or enjoy everything. Again, we understand that people need to get in. It jammed up to kind of force the people out that were in right in the beginning.
Like you can't just go there and like hang out. They want people to go,
as
see what they have, get what you need to get, and then be on your way. You can have everybody else experience it. You gotta make sure that if you're gonna plan to go, plan accordingly, give yourself enough time, make sure you get there early, have something planned where you can have some time killed until the store actually opens.
To touch on the flavor of the Butterbeer, like it's really good. They don't have frozen or hot like in Universal. They have just the regular Butterbeer. It tastes similar. That's awesome alone that you can get that in like a different state now versus like California or Florida versus the Wizarding World.
I'm not a fan of Butterbeer. I've tried the frozen one. It's just not my cup of tea. Hey, to each his own, right?
Yeah. You're right. Overall opinion of the store. Absolutely love it. I love all of the details that they have. You have the interactive game, the boat truckle you could see, the picture to take with Hagrid, the Flute Network, as well as, of course, all of the great Harry Potter merchandise, like anything that you could possibly need. If I was to say overall, should you plan, like, fly on a plane to New York specifically to go to the Harry Potter store? I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, and I probably wouldn't. But if I was going to New York for a trip, I would 100% make sure that that was a store I visited. So that's the best way that I could describe it.
I agree with you. If we had to jump on a plane and it took us 3 hours to get here, I would say it's not.
Especially because if you're going to fly to a store and then almost feel like rushed out to a degree, because that's kind of how it felt. They kind of like flooded the store. So the people who got there in the beginning were like, oh, I guess we've been here too long. We weren't there that long. I have to say it's only because like if we walked into the store, we got there, we walked into the store, I would expect that. But I feel like because there's a reservation system and because you have to wait in line and scan a QR code, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
And I think that's what you have to be prepared for, is that it's still going to be jam-packed even though they have the reservation system. And even though they're saying that they're keeping it to a small amount of people, they aren't. But I would love to go back. I would love to. I would love to get more. Oh! This is one of the chocolate frogs. I didn't open it yet to see the card. This is from Honeydukes. Birdie Bots. Another cool touch. I think I paid 10 cents. They make you pay for the bags. But I hung this up on the wall. This is the paper bag they give you when you leave. So they're like,
What's 10 cents?
the guy was like, do you want to pay for the bag? I'm like, of course I do. So we kept it.
We're going to go over what words spelled out.
But each day is a different word. So the word that we give you is not going to be the word that you can use to get the prize.
Yeah, so you got to work for it, guys. Come on. The word that we were able to figure out was locomotive.
Yeah, one of my faves. Gives me goosebumps every time I hear her say it.
Yeah, more than goosebumps. When we watch that part of the movie, I just go like this, and just tears are just pouring
Sobbing.
down, crying. And we watched it
Every
countless times. Countless times.
She always makes me cry. It's just
It starts with the look. I'm getting goosebumps.
Mhm.
And when she does the spell, she just, that's it. She's bawling.
Gets me every time.
It's a powerful scene.
It's really
Powerful scene.
wonderful.
But if you want to show them what we've won,
You win a pin. I don't know if it's the same pin every time, but it has like the different houses, and it has Dumbledore's Griffin on it. And
another
then
one to add to the collection.
back says like a Harry Potter collection. I don't know if it's. Do people do this? Does that work? Oh, it kind of does work. We don't have like the camera that focuses, so I tried.
And I think that's it for the store. I enjoy doing this. That's all we have for you today about the Harry Potter store. If you guys liked our video, if you have some agreements, disagreements, we want to know. We want to be able to engage with you guys. So please comment below and tell us about your experience if you went.
If you want to go and you have any questions that we didn't hit, let us know. If there's anything in the tri-state area that you'd like to see, let us know that too. Maybe we can get there for you.
That's it for today. I'm Mike.
And I'm Stephanie.
And we're the Traveling Cookies.